I'm not talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
Girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl. What's tea, Petty Bunch? Welcome back to another episode of Girl, Can We Gossip with the Petty One. Okay, so boom, y'all know everything we dissect, discuss, and divulge in the petty playroom or during our parking lot pimping chronicles is for entertainment purposes only. All this iced tea with Kahlua is alleged. Now pour yourself a drink so we can get all up and through these shits and gigs. If disinterested, disgusted, and disengaged was a person, then meet Jess Hilarious. Jess, what the hell are you doing? Hello, ma'am. This just so happens to be one of the best opportunities of your lifetime. Having the opportunity to interview Wendy Williams fresh off of her psych eval exam where she reportedly passed with flying colors, proving that she is not incapacitated. Moving on, you would think you dropped the ball that Jess Hilarious would be salivating at the opportunity to interview the media maven Wendy Williams, the iconic Wendy Williams, who paved her own way, who created the table. How you doing? I mean, Jess was so disengaged, so uninterested. Her vibe was really off. And for me, it was giving disrespectful because it's like, ma'am, how are you not going to be salivating at the opportunity to get down with Wendy Williams and ask her what's really good, what's tea? So you guys saw the pictures. Jess was basically scrolling on Instagram, like Jess was compiling line on there the latest victims for her Jess with the Mess segment that she still does on Instagram. Anyway, spectators are spectating and speculating is definitely trouble in paradise at the Breakfast Club. Remember, not soon after Jess landed the gig, she announced her pregnancy and left on maternity leave, leaving her chair empty. And you guys know Jess's seat was temporarily filled by Loren LaRosa. Now, if you don't know who Loren LaRosa is, let me just give you a little information about her. Loren LaRosa is a bomb-ass journalist, and she was doing her big 1-2 on TMZ before the opportunity presented itself at the Breakfast Club for her to fill Jess Hilarious's shoes while on maternity leave. Now, while on maternity leave, the fans were very much impressed with Loren's presentation. In true journalistic fashion, Loren most definitely would come to the table every day well prepared and ready to interview the hell out of guests, asking probing questions, deep diving, getting the tea, and asking thorough follow-up questions that true journalists do. Now, we've seen the comments where the fans have been complaining about Jess's delivery, about her always stumbling over her words, and not really just seeming prepared. You guys have to fall back a minute and realize the differences between Loren and Jess. Loren is a true bona fide journalist, and Again, her presentation always shows she's poised, she's polished, she's professional, she's fun, she's cheery, she's definitely a vibe. Where, on the other hand, Jess is a social media phenomenon, meaning that she's a little rough around the edges and is a comedian. So, for those of you looking for journalistic like integrity that came in the shape and form as Angela Yee, you're not going to get that with a Jess Hilarious. And if you notice, Jess's bandwidth does not extend too far. You guys remember if you watched the interview with Candace Owens, she was
Why am I in it? And you could have did it. See how I get wrong and stuff?
never apologized. The political topics that that Leonard McElvey and DJ Envy brought to Candace. She very much just sat back and listened and watched, but she most definitely chimed in when the conversation veered to her level. Remember her asking Candace about, you know, our culture's, one of our culture's colloquialisms. God is good. And then we say all the time. And then we say all the time, God is good. Well, when Jess asked Candace that, hey, Candace, what do you say after God is good? And Candace had no idea what to reply. She did not know to say all the time. I think Candace may have said something like, God is great or something like that. So anyway, you can see that's where Jess was in terms of interviewing Candace Owens. Now, and she also asked her about her dating history and whatnot. It did not get deep. Jess's conversation with Candace was very surfacey, so it didn't get too deep. Again, because Jess is not a journalist, she doesn't know the type of questions that she needs to ask. Therefore, we know that she did not do her homework. She did not find some sort of talking point that she could have, engaged in a healthy type of debate with Candace if she would have, at least watched her podcast to get more information on, who she is and what she speaks about. Whereas Loren is most definitely well versed. She studies her subjects, and again, she takes notes, she does the research, and when the guest sits in that chair, she knows what to properly ask, when, and why. The things that a journalist knows how to do. The people in the comments have a lot of things to say. A lot of them love Lauren's commentary. A lot of them love her vibe and exchange with Leonard and DJ Envy, whereas some, they're really not feeling her. They get really annoyed by people saying, well, Loren is a journalist and she asked the right questions, great interviewing skills. People actually get big mad about that, and they think that people are trying to come for Jess. And it's like, no, the people are not coming for Jess. They're just tired of Jess's style. And my thing is like, Jess, if this is what you really want to do, then you need to go somewhere, get some knowledge, and up your game in the journalism field. If this is, if you're going to continue to sit at the table, you most definitely need to research your subjects so you can come with some serious talking points. And so we won't be giving you the side eye so much, wondering like, what the hell, or why the hell is she not engaged? And so when you leave yourself open like Jess did by just reading, like scrolling on Instagram and not being engaged with the Wendy Williams, it's going to give people like her nemesis, Corey Holcomb, it's going to give him things to say. And of course, he was ready. He was locked and loaded. He even interviewed that went to a comedy show where Jess Hilarious, he calls her less hilarious, had performed. Now, I'm not sure if Corey paid this guy to do this because, he's a comedian, always joking and coming with the fuckery. But he actually had this man on camera saying that Jess Hilarious was not funny. He was bored, and he was pretty much calling her set trash. He clowned her. And of course, Corey loved every second of it. Corey then took a deep dive into his beef and pressure with Les Hilarious. If you guys don't remember, it all happened when Jess posted a picture of herself with her young son at the time. She was naked and she was embracing him close to her chest, and it went viral on social media and gave Corey Holcomb ammunition to talk about her. Hell, he even told her to post that one picture of herself, where she caught herself slipping, edges showing, small little poodle's tail on top of her head. So yeah, their beef goes back, and they've been back and forth and forth and back. And that is one beef that will never ever end. Now, Petty Bunch, as far as the Breakfast Club goes, do you guys believe that Jess will stick around, or will she be tired of being part of this ensemble cast that was, I guess in her opinion, was thrust upon her because maybe she didn't feel Loren was going to come in and have that staying power that she did? Will Loren claim Jess's seat, or will they continue to survive as a an ensemble? You guys let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Do you guys feel that Jess was the perfect choice for the Breakfast Club? All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the
Can
next
we
one.
gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl. Can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl. Can we gossip?